Oh yeah, finally back at Knott's Berry Farm. It's nice to be back. I haven't been here in quite some time, and I'm super excited to check up on all the latest when it comes to Montezoomas Revenge and Camp Snoopy, and that's what we're gonna do in today's video. And before I forget, hello everyone, and welcome back to another theme park obsession video. My name is Dylan, and thank you so much for tuning back in. Yeah, we're checking up on all the latest construction here at Knott's Berry Farm and a few other things, so how about you and I dive right in. Oh, look at this, right when we walk into the park, perfect timing with Silver Bullet, heck yeah. Okay, let's not waste any time and jump right into Camp Snoopy. We got some marketing on the side here. We got some more concept art of what this is all supposed to look like once the project is complete, which is happening actually this summer. It was super quick turnaround, which is cool. And just like this concept art is illustrating, we're gonna have a nice, beautiful marquee sign right up there on the Stagecoach Trail. Oh, and look at this. This is pretty interesting. It says, "Attention aspiring Camp Snoopy Beagle Scouts. Earn exclusive merit badges on select days each of the month leading up to the debut of a reimagined Camp Snoopy." Silver Bullet, I'm trying to do a segment here. Excuse me. Excuse me. It says these badges won't be sold in stores, so make sure to keep an eye out for your chance to earn your exclusive merit badges. Buttons will be given away at the park on the designated day. And look at this here at the gift shop. The iconic clock is missing. I'm not too worried though, because I'm sure they have something new in store for us when they debut the all-new Camp Snoopy. Oh wow, look at this. You can see they are still working heavily in this area, and hence why the construction fence has grown in size. I mean, this is crazy. The sight line is pretty gnarly right here. And like I've been mentioning in previous Knott's Berry Farm videos, once they finish a lot of the work over here, I'm still wondering if they're gonna work on this flat ride over here. This flat ride is pretty old, and I wouldn't be surprised if they want to update this one as well. I was wondering who was the head manager on this project. Yeah, you know, you guys are doing a really good job. You and all your team. Yeah, you can see this is all walled up. It's still walled up because they have a lot of heavy work happening right underneath the balloon race on the railroad. I can't really see too much beyond the fence here of any new goodies that are along the track there. I'm assuming a lot of the work is happening in the station and maybe over by Montezoomas Revenge. Made it up here on the, oh my goodness. Yeah, that ride is pretty intense. I don't blame you for screaming. But I've made my way up here to the second level of the quick service location in Camp Snoopy. And look at this, the entire meet and greet area for some of the Peanuts gang has completely been leveled except for this tree. Good job, tree, you made it. You survived. And then off in the distance there, you can see all the work happening on what will be the future theater, which is gonna look really, really nice, at least if it looks just like the concept art. I'm hoping it does, because the theater looks absolutely gorgeous. So I'm sure they're gonna start work on that very, very soon. It wouldn't surprise me if some of the pieces of the theater are being built backstage in bigger pieces, so that way they can bring them out during after hours and assemble them very, very quickly. That way they can meet their summer deadline, because summer is quickly approaching. And speaking of Grizzly Creek Lodge, let's head inside real quick to see what's going on. I'm curious if they've done any work in here, and you know what? I don't think they have. No, it is still looking the same. I don't know the full plans for this location. I don't think they're gonna do too much to the location. Oh wait, you know what? No, they have worked on it. The backsplash there is completely different. Duh, I'm so stupid. Look, and they've added this as well. This looks really nice. And then over here, they've refurbished this area as well. And a new counter space is available with all your condiments, and you've got the silverware and napkins. They've also touched up the wall. So yeah, it's actually looking really nice. And I was told by John over here, one of the managers here at the park, shout out to John if you're watching the video, he said that they're gonna be adding more to the experience in here as they inch closer to the grand opening of the newly renovated Camp Snoopy. So more theming will be in here. And he also pointed out that they put in a new handicap accessible ramp, which is cool. And yeah, the tile's really good. That's like that subway tile. And also the kitchen has been worked on as well, so that's nice. Back outside, and yeah, not too much work happening over here. So maybe they are doing work elsewhere that we just can't see just yet. And over here at the Barrel Bridge, they still haven't started work on this structure just yet. Oh, yeah, it's not what we're supposed to do, is climb on the rocks. That's very dangerous. Anyways, they have not started work on the patio that will be right here, where it looks like they're gonna be some character meet and greets and whatnot. And then as far as the Barrel Bridge renovation, that's closed off for right now, so they should be starting on that very, very soon. Side note, I always gotta point out the displays over here in Camp Snoopy, always a beautiful job here at Knott's Berry Farm. Shout out to the department that puts all this stuff together, even for the Boysenberry Festival, not just for springtime. It's very lovely. But off in the distance there, you can see crews are working. Well, For a minute, you can see over the fence they were working, but they are working on the new roller coaster, and track is already on site. Some of my buddies on social media were reporting the track being lifted into place here. So we do know that track is on site from the manufacturer, which is cool. And since the coaster is not very large, I would assume that the build on this is gonna be very quick. And look at this, the Huff and Puff, the classic Huff and Puff, it's gone. Sad faces. And look at this, the construction fence reaches all the way over here as well. So this project is very large, and that is because they're renovating the truck ride that was over here in the corner. So you can see the truck ride is down, and that's because they're working on a new layout, I would assume. And then here's the other side. Again, these guys are working on the project, so you know, they're doing a pretty good job so far. We'll have to judge their final performance as we get towards the opening. Yeah, really not too much to see because a lot of the stuff is not going to go really high, I don't think. And hopefully they add some more trees in this area, because they did have to take out some trees in order to install the new coaster and whatever other goodies they got going on beyond the fence here. And look at this, I would assume because of all the construction, they've had to turn off the beautiful little winding river that goes through Camp Snoopy. But that doesn't stop the flower department. Oh yeah, they definitely got some beautiful flowers all lined up. And OMG, they took out the Ferris wheel. Now, I'm wondering if they're going to bring this back or if this is permanent, but oh my goodness, this is an iconic attraction over here. It has to be a refurb, it has to be. Work fences over here, and then they go, you know, obviously they stretch all the way over there, and then we have the work walls over there, and then we have the work fences over here. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. And here's your latest look on the Rocky Mountain Trucking Co. that will turn into an all-new truck ride. And thankfully they haven't removed a lot of the trees over here, so that is very nice. That pretty much does it for all the work in Camp Snoopy. It's kind of hard to see over the construction fences, like I've been saying. But as of right now, that's what it's looking like. Again, in just a couple months, things are gonna get really exciting as we inch closer to the opening. But let's move on to Montezoomas Revenge, because there's also some exciting things happening over here. Knott's recently made an announcement on Montezoomas Revenge, and I'm so happy that they made that announcement. I mean, even the people on the stagecoach are happy. They announced that Montezoomas Revenge will be opening in 2025. They're gonna start work on the project again, and you can see right here that they have been working on it. Look at that, they've removed a huge section of track off of this spike here. This is where the attraction would go in reverse up the spike, and then you'd hit the brakes back into the station. This is a shuttle loop coaster by Schwarzkopf. Very rare around the world nowadays, but because of its age and what they've been doing to it, I don't think they're going to be, you know, using obviously the same track or anything. I have a feeling, just because they've been working with this company a lot, I have a feeling that Zamperla is going to be in charge of this project. And the only reason why I say Zamperla is just because they've been working with them. They worked with them on Top Thrill Dragster and a few other projects, and they've bought products from Zamperla before, not just roller coasters. So it does make sense. And so, hey, if it's not Zamperla, don't you know, beat me up in the comments. I'm just making some guesses here. And it's not just the spike over here closest to Jaguar. It's actually the spike closest to Silver Bullet as well. That has been removed. And I believe both the pieces of track are still on site here at Knott's Berry Farm, but I don't think they're going to be reusing those pieces of track just because of whatever manufacturer they're going to be going with. I just don't see them reusing that, because the track is very, very old. And you see on this back half of the spike that they have re-supported it with new support beams. So that tells me that the ride experience might be slightly different. Now, when it comes to the station and the exterior parts of the building, there's not too much work happening right now, but I would assume as we inch closer to the opening date next year, this will get a nice re-theme and have some new, you know, bells and whistles to it. How cool though, the project is alive for a while there. I thought that it was completely dead and they were gonna tear this thing down. And that would have been a shame, honestly, just because it is an iconic coaster. Even though this new version of Montezuma's Revenge will be a little bit of a Frankenstein project, it's still iconic nonetheless. And there's not too many of these types of coasters left around the world. So I was a little bit bummed out knowing that nothing was happening here. But again, thankfully Knott said something and said, hey, you know, we actually are going to be working on Montezuma's Revenge, and it will be opening up soon. That is 2025. So 2025 is going to be a really good year. And I'm really excited to see what they do with the station, because you can do quite a bit over here to really bring this up to date and, you know, bring some fresh new life into this section of the experience. And as far as things that we do know of, it is getting a new train and, of course, the new launch mechanism. It will not be a flywheel launch like it previously was. It's going to be magnetic. So, hey, and more efficient, more reliable, makes sense. And that's pretty much all the information Knott's gave us on Montezoomas Revenge. It's still kind of secret. I would assume there's more things to come, especially as we get closer to the end of the year and into 2025. They're gonna release more information. They're focusing on Camp Snoopy right now, rightfully so. That is the biggest project in the park, and they've opened up Fiesta Village. That's doing really well. So the focus here on Montezoomas Revenge is probably gonna be a little slow right now, and then maybe in the summer it'll ramp up, and that's when we will probably know more information. Until then, Jaguar is just gonna have to keep going solo. Don't worry, Jaguar, you'll have a friend soon. We made it to the other side where I could show you the other end of the spike. And one thing I just thought of would be kind of cool. I doubt it's gonna happen, but hey, you know, this is just the coaster nerd in me, you know, thinking, but what if the spike ends up being steeper? Like, what if it ends up just going vertical? That would be kind of sick. But with that, that's gonna do it for today's video from Knott's Berry Farm as far as the construction is concerned. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and smash the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel and you love these videos from Knott's Berry Farm or some of your other favorite theme parks, consider subscribing because I have brand new videos every single week that you won't want to miss out on. Be sure to check out my Instagram account by following the link down below in the description. But until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is. And I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.